what you want.
Welcome back, No Means Nerds, No Means Nobodies, to the No Means No Thing, No Means Nothing podcast. It has been 2 months, I almost said 2 years, 2 months since I've seen these faces in anything other than a Facebook picture or two. I'm super glad to be back. I fucking missed this. This is not the official beginning of season 2, so don't get too excited. We are still underway on that, but we thought we better get one out there. And so this is the long promised wrap up episode.
It's some
2 months
interstitial
after.
shit.
Exactly. Some interstitial shit. And we're going to do it and do it right. Boy, you know, I'm already.
Take the time, do it.
I'm just going to assume everything's okay because I'm looking up at my waveforms and they all seem out of whack. But that's all right. I'm just going to trust. That's all right. This is how it goes.
No.
Hey, this is live on the air, folks. So listen,
Episode
everybody.
42. We gotta make a slight big deal out of it being 42.
Oh yeah, it's 42.
Yeah.
This is the episode that is the answer to the life, the universe, and everything. And maybe somewhere in this episode we will come up with a question, but that's to be decided, I think. Yeah, I don't even really know how we're going to begin this, except I guess we'll begin it in the old-fashioned way and then just kind of fuck off about what we've been up to, and then we'll go through all 42 episodes more or less and kind of talk about the dumb bullshit show. I don't know, maybe
and
the
contradictions.
Yeah, exactly. And just to remind people, we'll remind people the dumb choices we've made, and you can yell at us all over again. Mm-hmm. So anyway, if you've forgotten, this is the part of the episode where we talk about the power of positive drinking and what we are drinking tonight.
Did we even introduce ourselves? I don't remember.
Oh, fuck. No, see, I've forgotten everything. You've probably forgotten who we are. My dumbass is Jordan.
My fat ass is Michelle, and I fucked up because Matthew usually goes second.
We don't know what we're doing anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, no, just bear with us. Like it's we're putting a big stinking greasy needle back in the groove.
There you go.
Yeah,
there
it's
you
all
go.
full of static.
Skips a little bit now and then, but
yeah.
you know. But we'll get there. We'll get our groove back eventually. This is our warm back up episode. You know how that goes. Our warm up lap, cool down lap. One or the other. So anyway, what am I drinking? Clearly not enough of whatever it is, but I am dipping into the whiskey again.
There's the glass.
I had a bunch of this on my 50th, which was back in September, but since then I have not had any drink really at all. So I'm going to enjoy the fuck out of this. Michelle, what do you got for us tonight? What are you drinking?
I'm a lonely little pint glass.
Oh no,
it's empty. What am I gonna do?
Oh no.
Can I help? Oh. Yes, you can.
Yes, Mr. Can. No, don't touch me there.
Jordan, Jesus Christ. Help.
Oh, that sounded good. I missed that sound.
Here comes the man sex.
That reads really well over a mic, I have to say.
I know. Aren't you going to make any man sex noises?
I'm inside. I'm making all the man sex noises inside.
Widget.
And Matthew, where are you at these days with your power of positive drinking? What's the story?
Well, a cautious reintroduction. And tonight I actually have something which I'm probably going to get made fun of on the Facebook group because I don't know. I never know how well known these things are overseas, but I think what we have tonight is a widget off because I found this.
Oh, that's right. You said you
Scottish stout, and the Belhaven Black, and it actually has a widget. Although we probably don't get to call it a widget, so let's just see.
My harp's coming after you. Wait. Oh shit!
That sounded like a beast.
I know.
Ooh, that's like a baritone. That's a nice baritone pour you got going in there in that big frosty
That's not
A&W
a pint
mug.
glass, though. He's got
That's
a fucking German thing. Wait a minute. That's cheating, man. You gotta have a...
I want to make an ice cream float in there, but with beer.
Oh, that would be good.
Would it?
Vanilla ice cream? Shit,
Vanilla ice cream in a stout?
Yep.
Someone's done it. You know someone's fucking done it.
We tried that one of the first times I ever got drunk as a teenager.
I'm sure.
And I think I threw up.
Oh, wow.
That tracks. Let
me see what that looks like, Holmes. Hold that up. Oh, shit.
That's
it's
black
doing the
as
thing.
night.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it looks like
Black
a Guinness.
as night.
Yeah, I might
Well,
have
it's
to
a
have
stout.
one of those.
Yeah.
Scottish stout. Nice.
Bellhaven, apparently a venerable brewery in Scotland rather than Ireland.
No shit.
Well, dear listener, we hope that you at home have also cracked something open. A reminder, cracking it open in the toilet is fine. Cracking it open on the road is not, unless it's non-alcoholic, in which case, knock yourself out, but don't knock anyone else out. And let's all get a little bit drunk as we go through an episode that I don't really know how this is going to go. We haven't really planned this out. We're just kind of said, fucking hit record. Let's see what happens. But I got you two idiots have both been hit by the Rona since in the interim, right? That's no good.
Yeah, I'm still recovering, I would say. My energy levels are really kind of unpredictable, so hopefully I won't fall asleep or want to bow out before the end of this.
If we do, we will poke you or yell or something. But
if anybody out there is taking coronavirus lightly, don't do that. I mean, I got two vaccinations plus 2 boosters, and I can't imagine how it would have hit me without all that protection.
Yeah, right.
Motherfucker. Yeah, no, it's really no joke. Get your shit in order.
Yeah. I'm in that really weird liminal space where I'm beginning to suspect that I'm immune, which is very dangerous because I've never had it. My wife has had it, but neither of my children have had it, which makes me really think like there's about 1 in 10 people they've found that have a weird gene that makes them maybe catch it, but be totally asymptomatic and never get it. And I'm like, did I get that and pass it on to my kids? Like,
maybe so.
Because I've been in I had 3 nights in a row at Pavement. Big old, I didn't wear a fucking mask. I did not wear a mask like an asshole and nothing. And I've been at other big concerts, nothing. But again, I know every time I say that, I'm like, well, and then tomorrow you're going to
knock on wood there.
I was going to work and going on site and, at work, unmasked, on site at various locations and conference centers and shit like that. Commuting unmasked for the better part of a year. And I quit my job. And about 2 weeks after that, I've actually went back in Google Maps to sort of see where the hell I was in the likely time period, because I don't really fucking go anywhere.
It's the grocery store. It's got to be the grocery store.
It was either the grocery store or it was voting in civic elections.
Oh boy!
Those really
voting will kill you.
Selfish.
Don't vote. Did you hear that, folks? Don't vote.
2 essential activities.
Yeah, we're on the cusp down here of a very monumental election, and we got 2 choices. Either we don't fall off a cliff, but the Democrats squeak through and we live through another 2 years of everyone claiming we stole it, or we lose and the same thing fucking happens because it's just bullshit. So it's not looking good for us down here. Pray for us, Americans. Pray for everybody.
Us.
I mean, you folks in Britain just went through the biggest shit show. I don't know, man. Now's the time to just dive in and listen to fucking music, because I don't fucking know, man. I don't know. Let's talk about the better things in life, I guess. So, all right, before we start to recount our youthful follies from, I don't know, year and a half ago, any other business?
Yeah, I want to mention 2 things. Can I please?
Please.
I want to make sure that we talk about D.H. Pellegro, if I'm saying his last name right.
Yes, thank you.
The incredible, awesome, cool drummer from the Dead Kennedys who passed away suddenly from a fall in his home. And the punk rock community is devastated, as well as all of its fans. They had just gotten home from a European tour, I think, because I'm Facebook friends with a couple of them. I've never met them. I don't know why they made me Facebook friends, but Klaus and East Bay Ray, and I know that they were touring Europe because they put all these pictures up. They just got home, and the man falls, and it's pretty awful stuff.
That is awful.
And the second thing I wanted to mention, I think today, Larry the Boothroyd released his second Specimen albums.
Nice.
The first one, from what I've heard of it, is pretty cool. So I gotta get both of them. I gotta get, iTunes it or whatever.
Yeah. Bandcamp, I bet he does Bandcamp.
I think he does, but then I don't know if I can get that on my phone.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, I got to get that and then he put like a 3-minute, track up today of all the little examples, and it's just like everything's so different with vocalists you'll recognize, and just
nice,
crazy interesting music on it. What a service he's doing.
Speaking of that, how could I fucking pass this up? John Wright has announced that his album is complete and will be released at some fucking future date. And holy goddamn shit, folks, if this is as absolute close as we're ever going to get to New No Means No, and I was talking to Parker about this, who, you know, you folks out there will get to meet in season 2. He's going to be a guest on a couple of the episodes, and was talking to him about how I did not realize until going through the entire catalog how many of the songs are composed by John. Like, he really is responsible for so much of the best of the coolest punky proggy shit on the planet. And the thought that we get fresh tracks is astounding. So, you know, anyone who's listening to this podcast is going to be tuned in to the pulse of that shit anyway. But if you aren't, for some reason, as soon as we hear any more news or we get anything else about that, you will fucking know about it.
Heck yeah.
Holy shit. We may even just cover the whole fucking album on this podcast. Who knows?
Why don't we invite him on for a little promotion?
Oh, if he'll come, man. Are you fucking kidding me?
So are you.
He's a guest.
I think his band name should be Rob's Retired. I threw that in. I threw that in for a band name.
I like it. I like it. It works. Yep.
And I got a flog No Means No Tribe release just a couple days ago. Invasive's released a new album. It is called Feel Good Live Forever, and it is fantastic. I would say it's probably
fucking awesome.
My favorite of their more recent recordings, and that is a high bar.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so invasive.bandcamp got invasive.bandcamp.com. Go pick it up and give it a listen. And hopefully they'll be touring in support of that album before too long. I was talking to Hans Anus just today. In fact.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Perfecto.
Maybe they'll open up for any touring John does, maybe, huh? Maybe, huh?
Could be.
Or vice versa. One way or the other. That'd be fucking rad.
All
right, folks.
Jordan, you got some cool concerts coming near you, man. Fear
is
playing.
Victim's Family is playing in Petaluma, and I get to finally take Parker to the Phoenix, which I've wanted to take him to forever.
Oh, man.
So I am fucking thrilled about that.
And Fear's playing with... aren't they playing with Victim's Family? Fear with Victim's Family and... oh God, Nasal Rod. I love Nasal Rod.
Oh yeah, Nasal Rod. Well, they're playing that Fear. That must be at the bottom of the hill. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get to see that show.
Okay. Anyways, there's some cool bands going out there and doing their thing.
It's concert season.
Yep.
All right, everybody. You've been sitting there going like, "That's great." I mean, I don't know that you're waiting for this next part. We're not actually gonna play any of these songs, so maybe that's the good part, and what's coming up is boring. But we're gonna dive way. You don't need any papers. We're gonna dive way fucking back into the Wayback Machine here. And talk about first of all,
2 years ago.
I know that's crazy.
Wow.
That's nuts. So we had these first 2 episodes, episodes 0 and 1, and I've vacillated many times about episode 0, going like, we all have, like, should we fucking pull that? Is that just trash? But we left it out there, and a bunch of people listened to it. And Chuck Wood, our number one fan, has assured us that no, we should leave it up. So we're leaving it up. But if you have friends who already know the band and you're telling them to listen to the podcast, just go straight to episode 2. Maybe.
Is that what you said best for the first time?
I think
that was a couple of the incidences.
Well-known inside joke. And actually, I think episode 1, the behind the scenes that most of you maybe know or don't know, is that we recorded a really, really good episode 1, and it got fucked by sound issues. So we had to re-record
that's right.
That was not a great way to start, but it showed that we had the moxie to just get in and do it again.
Yeah. But, episode 0 was an afterthought, and we just decided that maybe people don't know who the hell No Means No is. Most people who are tuning in probably do, but we decided to basically read their Wikipedia entry into the internet. And that's what episode 0 is, and that is why you should not take that as indicative of how the podcast works. I mean,
exactly right.
Yeah,
right.
Our steez took us a little while to get into our groove, but that is definitely nothing close to our groove. So yeah,
no.
I don't know if this is either.
Well, it's not, but that's all right. It's just having fun. So one of our before we dive into the episode by episode breakdown here, one of our great fans on not our fans, the fans of the band, and one of our listeners. I still refuse to call anybody who listens to our podcast a fans. Feels fucking stupid. Andy McAfee. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing that, Andy.
Oh, yeah.
At one point, he did this great statistical analysis of the breakdown of what songs made it through by album. So how much of each album, what percentage of each album made it through.
That's awesome.
And it's fucking crazy. It proves to me that's, and you'll see this as we go through episode by episode.
That no means
so
no
much
has
of
the
the
nerdiest
show,
fans.
well, yes, for one, but also that so much of this is just based on the luck of the matchups, right?
Yeah.
Like this, what came up against what, right? It's not, this is not objective anymore. Because for instance, the number one song with album with 81% of the songs making it through was Sex Mad You Kill Me.
Which, I thought it was Mama.
Nope. If you'd asked me in the beginning what one would have had the most ones, sure as fuck would not have been that album.
How about
100%.
that?
The next one is at 75% of songs making it through is The Day Everything Became Isolated and Destroyed. Third up at 73% of songs is 0 + 2 = 1, which that tracks.
Are you with my three favorites?
62% at Wrong. So that's kind of almost not in the middle, but towards the top. 54% Worldhood of the World. Wouldn't have figured that. A even 50-50 split for Dance. An even 50-50 split for One. And then Mama at 46. The one that I think hurts my guts the most is only 40% for Why Do They Call Me Mr. Happy? But that's just me. And only 29% for Mr. Right and Mr. Wrong.
It's probably because of you two.
And probably in the one that I agree with the most, it's 14% for All Roads Lead to House Fart. What is not on this list, of course, are all the singles, EPs, tour EP 1 and 2, that sort of thing. But in any event, I thought that was kind of interesting. I think it just goes to show you that we don't know what the fuck we're doing. All right, so let's dive into the episode. So episode 2, that's where we properly got into the ones. And to me, one of the most infamous of the fucking episodes. I still cannot fucking believe you two absolute tree motherfuckers. But before that, the first matchup was, and I won't tell you yet how you voted. I want to hear how you guys think you voted. It was My Politics versus Youth. I think it was pretty clear.
I know what I voted for on that.
Yeah, me too.
That was unanimous. We all went for My Politics, and I think I would stick by that one. So that was an easy one to start with. The next one,
something I can see here. How come you're the only one that gets to see things?
Because I'm very special.
Okay.
The next one was Disappear versus Baldwin Must Fucking Die. And you dumb motherfuckers put Baldwin Must Die through to round 2. Where
I still stand by that.
I'll stand by it too. It is the only song during the run of our podcast where a listener has covered it and put it out there on his own, recognizance.
That is fair. That is fair. But it's not going to be in my bring 'em backs list, but
I don't know. Also, it's also the one that's probably generated the most discussion.
It has. So, it's not for nothing.
It's a hatched egg, man.
I guess so. It's
traditional arrangement.
Traditional arrangement. So yeah, that was fun times, good times. And then we went to there it is. Sorry, I thought I just lost something important, but I didn't. So then we went into episode 3, and our first matchup there was Dead Souls versus The Phone Call, and this was a split decision. Do you remember what you would have voted for on this one?
Me? Dead Souls.
Yeah. Correct.
Yeah.
And it was me and Matthew.
Find me. I know.
Me and Matthew with The Phone Call.
Phone Call, yeah. Then we found out subsequently that Dead Souls actually had nothing to do with Gogol.
That's right. we were pretentious assholes.
Yeah,
is what we found out. Is that was my lesson of it's fun to overread into No Means No.
No, it's about zombies.
Well, to our credit, it's a toss-up, 50-50. Could have, and that's what Andy says. I bet you Rob, if he was listening, would go no, Gogol's totally fucking in there. Are you kidding me? Give me a break. And that the second the second matchup in that was Mondo Nihilismo 2000 versus Metronome.
Oh, come on.
I mean, come on is right. This was unanimous vote.
Yeah.
Still don't love Mondo Nihilismo 2000. I mean, I think it's a fine song, but
I'd like to visit Guam.
It's one of those Alsford ones. Not to do what they did, though.
Exactly.
But I would like to visit Guam.
Says the man with the boobs on his sweatshirt.
But Metronome, come on, man. That song, that's top tier. That's like a round 3-er as far as I'm concerned. I'm not sure, but that was fucking great. Those are some, I mean, kind of some, no,
Matthew,
actually, I guess not many big ones up there.
Is there a ghost in your room?
Yeah, Matthew's looking.
Well, no, there's a very
good
ghost. I have, check this out. I don't know if you can see that. Probably.
What the hell?
No, it's
I
just
see.
a big white
is that a
blob.
computer? Is
No,
that
it's
a computer
another
screen
up there, but there's a very cool piece of art on it. It just sort of is a slideshow. Yeah.
So you're not interested in what we're talking about?
Pixels.
Right?
Oh, this is very cool. You would like it if you see it.
Distracted?
Yeah.
Well, I'm paying attention to what we're doing, unlike some people.
So that was episode 3. We put through the phone call and Metronome. That moves us on to episode 4. And this was the first matchup was another split decision. Life in Hell versus Valley of the Blind. Ooh, that is a cool piece of art.
See?
This still burns my nads. No, I'm talking about Life in Hell. Get that out of here.
So this one bugged you. I remember.
Oh, guys. Come on.
Yeah, but Valley of the Blind is a good song, though, right?
Yes,
I mean, come on.
I know, but Life in Hell.
You think Life in Hell's better?
Goddamn. This is one I'm pissed about, and there's another one you're going to talk about that I think you two should be embarrassed.
I don't remember if I ever told you guys that I used to really irritate an ex-girlfriend with when I would just sort of spontaneously start saying the lyrics to Valley of the Blind, so it has a special place in my heart for that reason.
Special place in your heart. Very good. I like that story. We did not hear that story before.
Right? It's rapping.
It is rapping. It's punk rapping.
What did you say to her? What did you say to her that she was such what? What did you say?
I would just say the lyrics.
Bust out the lyrics.
Well, when you were having a disagreement, you just start saying the lyrics to.
Or just
I went boom doom.
A lull in the conversation.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh my god.
Any silences that happen.
See, if I was your girlfriend, we would have had some sex.
Yeah, there you go.
If
right
you did
Valley
that.
of the Blind. Talk about Valley of the Blind.
Well, how am I ever going to finish a song like that?
So that was a split decision, but our next one in episode 4 was.
Oh my god.
Actually, let me back up on that. I still stand by it. I do love Life in Hell, though.
Oh,
I do.
That first line Rob says.
I stand by it.
That first line when Rob comes in there with that foolish girl and swelling woman.
It's fucking good.
I mean, talk about lyrics.
And good, and it was. I remember the story Andy telling us for that song too. That he just went upstairs and like just sort of fucking came up with the riff, and as they're like, we need another song. Anyway.
Oh my god! Yeah, they did. All right.
So the second one in episode 4 was Blinding Light versus Victim's Choice, and that was a no-brainer for me. You don't remember what you did?
I don't.
For that one,
I do.
This was unanimous.
It was a Blinding Light.
It was not Blinding Light. I'll give you a hint. It was not Blinding Light. It was.
I can't think of what Victim's Choice sounds like. See,
Ready or not?
Yeah.
And it also has the 0 + 2 = 1 pure
flopping their big
version.
skill dicks out all over the fucking.
Yeah, that is like 100% John composition, just all over the place.
And now look, what you just did, I'm going to need that. Okay,
no,
because
I think
some of these,
that's part of the fun. That's part of the fun.
I'm going to need some singing here.
Yeah.
But now that you've sung it, yes, that's the other.
Anytime you need that, just let me know, and I'll be happy to acapella you a little bit of bullshit
metal
guitars.
Yeah.
So that was unanimous. So episode 4 ended up with Valley of the Blind and Victim's Choice, which I think there's a contentious one in there. Life in Hell might be one of those that more people also vote to come back. Now, just a reminder to everybody, we're going to talk about more about this at the end of the episode, so you got to fucking hang 10 if you want to learn more about this till the end. But we are, at the drop of this episode, going to also release the link to a survey that will allow you to vote for episodes to come back in. But we also get our own choices.
Songs.
So, songs. Sorry. What did I say? Albums?
Yeah. And there's going to be a certain cap on the number of them, obviously. So.
Exactly. You'll get to choose 5. That's how many will come back in, because we're also going to have our own that get to come back in. So season 2, we'll have some People's Choice that comes back in. And Host's Choice. And I have a feeling Life in Hell might be one of
please,
Strange's
people,
picks.
come on. You know it's true.
No, those are separate. The picks that they make and the picks that we make, like, we don't have to depend on their picks. So we each get like 1 or 2 that we get to bring back in. We'll decide that. So
that's happening.
And my couple are coming up here at some point. Right. It won't be disappear. As much as Baldwing was a surprise to me, I won't put disappear. All right, so episode 6, this had some fucking epic bangers in it. So it started off with
5.
This was tough. Episode Wait. Oh no, I'm sorry, you're right. Episode 5. Thank you. Thanks for keeping me honest.
How did you even figure that out?
Because he's a smart motherfucker.
Oh God. Matthew.
You know what? I'm gonna highlight where I'm at so that I don't fuck it up. He got pie. Boobies.
Matthew's got a Japanese
he's pointing
hoodie on that has like boobs on it.
It has boobs on it.
And he looks like Jesus Christ.
He's pointing to his boobs because episode 5.
I got real ones.
Because episode 5 starts with big dick. And so it ties right in. The first matchup was big dick and he learned how to bleed. How do you think we voted on that one, guys? Was that a unanimous vote or split decision? That was unanimous. Unanimity for the giant winger. Big winger.
That was a wonderful time to talk about that song. That was
fun.
Oh my God.
Now listen, I think He Learned How to Bleed is a fine song, but it's no big dick. It does not have that big dick energy. And the next pairing of this one was also unanimous. So this was one of those rare unanimous episodes. Sitting on Top of the World, which is kind of a Mr. Wrong song, versus Beauty and the Beast.
Oh yeah.
20 guesses as to what won that one. Okay, one guess. Was Beauty and the Beast came through with unanimous consent. I do really like Sitting on Top of the World. I love those Mr. Wrong songs. I still am really sad that I never got to see Rob do that shit, and really jealous that Matthew did, and really mad that he doesn't remember those shows very well.
Many times.
All right, so that then brings me to the one I was just about to talk about, episode 6, which had some giant fucking bangers on it. The first pairing was really tough. It was Real Love versus Lonely, and we were unanimous on this.
Oh, it was Real Love. Probably.
Oh yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
It was Real Love. Although I love Lonely.
That's tough. I know.
Oh, it's super tough. But Real Love.
I don't appreciate that one.
And this was one of those rare ones too. Is Teresa
developed
between those?
Definitely a new appreciation for Lonely. I think I voted Real Love through on history more than anything, because it certainly did a stint as maybe my favorite No Means No song, but then I don't know, it fell off a little for me in some ways. I don't remember why. Listen to the episode to find out why. But yeah, definitely Lonely. This is where I started to, during the podcast, realize that I wasn't necessarily going to be able to predict my own choices all the time.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And that was the case for me with this next one. This next matchup was one of the prime examples early on for me. I guess there's a couple more too, but where it's just the pairing. Like, I was so mad because I wanted both of these songs to go through. There's not one that was clear to me. Well, no, there was one that was clear to me, but it made me mad that I had to vote the other one off. So, this was actually split decision. This was Madness and Death versus All Lies. I think this is the first time I really went fucking totally emo on one of my breakdowns for All Lies, because I love that song so much, and took you both a bit by surprise by how much I loved it.
I probably did Madness and Death. I'm going to guess that's what I voted.
You did not. You did All Lies with me and Mike. And why did I call you fucking Michael? Boy, it's been that long. Matthew.
There's a microphone in front of your face.
Yeah, exactly. And I was looking at the word madness at the same time and lies. It's all just a conflation. Matthew chose Madness and Death, which I'm really glad, because that might be one of the ones I want to bring back in. I'm not sure, but that song fucking kicks all sorts of ass.
Yeah.
But All Lies to me is just I don't know. It's one of their.
Maybe I mercy voted. Maybe I did a mercy.
I may have convinced you, because I was really like, I was basically crying on the microphone the whole time.
Yeah,
So
I never.
So
did
there was that one.
Because
What's that?
I'm an asshole.
Yeah.
No, you never.
No, man.
That.
I remember being glad you voted for Madness and Death, because it deserves a vote. It's a great song. All right, so in that episode 6, Real Love and All Lies, that's an interesting pairing of winners, frankly. So episode 7, the first pairing here, another split decision, Would We Be Alive versus No Fucking.
Right.
Split decision. Who voted for Would We Be Alive, do you think? One person did. It was you, Matthew. He's got his finger up. It was you.
Oh, that's
Blue
cute.
Kangaroo. And actually, I think I was listening to this today because this is one of the ones where I forgot to record the vote, so I had to go back and listen to it. It was a tight one for me. I think this was one of the rare occasions where I voted for no fucking because of
cool.
Well, because of its place in the history and the kind of mythos of No Means No, right? Like it looms large. Mm-hmm. Would We Be Live is a better song because it's a song, first of all. But it's really good. But No Fucking is just, it's classic. So I stand by that.
It's a song too, you know.
I stand by that. It is. It's a
I liked my whole journey, like understanding the residents a little bit more. Because that was certainly a huge influence on No Means No, and I don't. Mm-hmm. I somehow I think if I'd paid more attention to that when I was younger, that I might have been a bigger Residents fan.
Yeah.
Back in the day when I was
Agreed.
Before the internet and spending a lot of time in my weird little basement room, listening to strange music that I brought home from the radio station.
Oh man, look at you.
Yeah.
And you're still like that though, aren't you? Look at you. You haven't gone too
the
far.
Garage now.
Yeah. He's graduated to the garage.
I had not listened to the Residents version until we did this podcast. And I was very surprised to find No Means No doing a more straightforward version of a song than the original, because the original's way fucking weirder than the one that No Means No does.
Absolutely. And the Cardiac song RES apparently is a reference to the Residents as well.
Interesting.
How about that?
There you go.
Oh, the Cardiacs. Holy
shit. The Ouroboros. Yeah, there's a whole nother thing. All right.
Wait a minute. Excuse me.
Oh, number 2 already. Sweet. Only on episode 7. Woo! Go, baby.
Oh, no, I can't. I should probably not have any more than this.
Do whatever you fucking want, man. This is a podcast recording. Do it up.
Yeah.
So that was...
Saturday tomorrow. I don't have a job.
There you go. That was...
yes, Matthew!
Episode 7. That was the very beginning of episode 7. The second one, I think, was this was unanimous. It was One Fine Day versus... My Roommate Is Turning Into a Monster.
Oh, yes. Let's let Roommate.
I think we all know what we voted for. Now, One Fine Day is a great song. I think I got more appreciation for it this time than I normally had for it, although it's a lot of people like really, really love that song, probably more than I do. But I do love it. But My Roommate's Turning Into a Monster. Are you kidding me? That is just...
what's funny is a lot of these pairings, I'm actually remembering as much as the episode or as much as the song itself, like where I was when I went on these big walks through like East Vancouver and Burnaby.
Oh, Matthew, of course you did. Yeah.
And This
is fun. That's awesome.
Totally.
Yeah.
And I think at some point Andy said in one of his things, or maybe just one of our private chats, that this is, I think, his favorite No Means No song. Is
really?
My Roommate's Turning Into a Monster.
Oh, yeah. I wonder if he did. Wow. This is it.
So episode 7 was No Fucking, and My Roommate Is Turning Into a Monster. So a good pairing, which moves us into episode. God, we're only in episode 8. Episode 8 was the first pairing was unanimous. This was Slave, which is one of those tour EP songs for those who don't remember, versus Lost. Oh no, I must have recorded this wrong. No, I did record this wrong. There we go. I recorded everyone as voting for Slave, but I marked Lost as the winner. That would not be the case. Lost definitely won because Lost is fucking incredible.
Yeah.
And another one of those great ones where we actually get 2 versions, right? We get that Andy version on the 0 + 2 = 1.5, and then the Worldhood version.
Right.
So fucking great. No argument there. The next one was Old versus my favorite No Means No song. What is it, guys? What's my
Your favorite?
What's the one I love more than anything? And I mean by that I mean the opposite of that.
Oh,
it's Beat on the Brat.
Okay.
Old versus Beat on the Brat, everybody. Another unanimous choice for Old, which I really, really, really like Old, but it probably got one of the easiest matchups in the entire run of the podcast. So it is in round 2. Will it survive to round 3? Stay tuned. All right, episode 9. This was a good one. When Putting It All in Order versus The Fall. That was a bullshit choice.
Yeah.
A bullshit choice.
Yeah.
Bullshit. This was a split decision.
This may have been the hardest one.
Michelle? This was
I
fucking
definitely
hard.
voted for when putting it all in order.
You did indeed.
Oh, fuck yeah, I did.
You did indeed.
Yes, I did.
Matthew, what did you vote for?
I voted for that as well, and I never would have guessed
You did.
it. Yeah,
you did.
Yeah.
And I voted for.
That was one of those ones where I did not know until the actual episode which way I was going.
Yeah, that was a bullshit fucking machine. Put that choice together. Put this all in order. Fucking HTML document. So anyway, yeah, that was a split decision, but I think it was one of those ones where we all agreed that it was an impossible decision. So I wanted to give Fall a vote because I love that song. I love the totalitarians, fucking horns in it. Yep. But putting it all in order is also just incredible.
Oh,
just
God.
incredible.
It's coming to get you up the stairs.
And the next one is also a split decision. It was No Big Surprise versus Something Dark Against Something Light.
Oh, right.
I can't.
What's that? What'd you say, Matthew?
Oh, no, just
first. Yeah.
Yeah. No,
I can't think of what either.
It was Something Dark.
Like.
That's what I voted for.
It was for sure. So No Big Surprise is the one on Generic Shame.
Yeah.
The one that's right? It's like 12 minutes.
Say I don't know what stuff is, so you can sing it.
It's 12 minutes long, and I think I described it as a No Means No ice cream sundae because it's got all of the bits of No Means No crammed into not a tight 12 minutes. It's a loose, big ass fucking 12 minutes.
Yeah.
But I love No Big Surprise. But I'm actually kind of surprised that I voted for Something Dark Against Something Light over No Big Surprise.
Maybe
but I do love Something Dark Against Something Light. It's fucking great.
I love that sort of
surprising.
Recognizing that kind of Islamic influence.
Yeah. That Near Eastern sort of Turkish. Yeah, it's amazing. It's there in so many fucking songs, and he really leaned to it hard in this one. All right, well, episode 10, another big one. I wrap up episode 9 again when putting it all in order and Something Dark Against Something Light. So a couple really good ones there. Episode 10 started off with I Need You versus I See a Mansion in the Sky.
Oh, that's
and this
rough.
was another
That's
unanimous
rough.
one. This was not rough for me at all. I mean, I love one of these songs like To the Moon, and the other one I think is pretty cool.
Was it I Need You that won?
100% unanimity.
But that again, one of those ones where I definitely developed more appreciation for a song I hadn't paid a lot of attention to.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I want to highlight, I think we all did, but I know I remember highlighting in Mansion, the drumming in that is fucking insane.
Jesus.
It is like next level, even for John. It is just like, what the fuck is happening here? What is happening?
Is that even him?
Is it human? Is this not? Is this like? Yeah, I don't know, but it's And then we had the second half was Dance of the Headless Bourgeoisie. Versus Brother Rat. What Slade says. And this was unanimous.
2.
Yeah.
Number 2.
Yeah, we don't have to jerk you around. That was definitely Brother Rat. This is definitely one of my top songs.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
This one to me, this one's got to make it close to the end of the podcast, or else the whole thing's shutting down. One
of those ones that I think a lot of people might, if maybe not, people who are uninitiated or not giant No Means No fans often know that song.
Yeah.
I've played that for people who didn't know the band, and they thought it was just like, what the hell is this? I'm so intrigued. It's so good.
It's so intriguing.
No goddamn music.
It really distills so much of what No Means No is, and yet it's also not offensive. Like, it's not an offensive wall of sound. None of them are, but it's just,
It's
I won't say
engaging.
it's accessible, but it's engaging.
Stripped down.
I think I told you guys it was the first song I played for Lisa when she came over, like on our first date after we hooked up.
Did you kiss her with her boo-boo?
Not while we were playing it. I didn't want to distract her. I was like, no, you got to listen to this. And then I touched her boobies.
And
all right.
oh God!
I was just doing that because Matthew was pointing to his booby shirt. Don't get me wrong. You can't see this, but that's what's happening. So that episode 10 was a big one. That was I Need You and Brother Rat. Those are two of my fucking favorite songs. So that was just Jesus Christ is right.
It'd be interesting if they'd actually separated that as separate songs, because they had separate geneses
Yeah,
Brother Rat.
yeah.
They were separate originally, and they decided to meld them together, and they're the same.
And now they're
track on the
together
CD
forever.
and everything. They're together forever. But I wonder, had they been separate, considered to be separate songs, and then they ended up competing on our podcast against each other, which one would you choose?
Oh, Slade by 8 billion miles. Like,
Yeah.
Brother Rat only works to me because it's part of Slade.
Yeah.
Oh, now come on.
No, I don't mean that it's not good. I just mean on its own, it works because it's so in it. Slade is better because of it. Also, right? Like what Slade said is better
I know.
because of Brother Rat.
It's the
I can't
resolution.
It's the brightly lit vestibule to the scary maelstrom of a labyrinth.
And I actually think that's even more true on Live and Cuddly. Like that to me is like Live, those two things together, they're just fucking
Jesus Christ.
It's priceless. It's priceless. Never got to see Slade live, which is just one of that, or Mary, which is one of those things that's just like, God damn it, they never played it when I was anyway. All right, episode 11. We had one split decision and one unanimity. So the first pairing was Love Thing versus Love Thang versus Joy.
Oh.
And my favorite thing about this was the fact that Matthew cracked the nut of Love Thang and correctly intuited or reasoned out that it was about John Hinckley and the attempted assassination of Ronald Reagan. That was fucking a great moment for the podcast. Yeah,
it's and like that was he realized that.
And that was confirmed by Andy. So that's a confirmed hit, a most palpable hit. So Love Thing versus Joy.
I fuck his battleship.
Exactly. Michelle, you did vote for Love Thing.
Yeah.
Matthew, do you remember which one you voted for?
Love Thing, I think.
You've Love Thing, you think?
I think so.
Wrong.
Oh my.
You voted for Joy and Joy made it through. Love Thing is sitting on the floor.
Oh.
Yeah, I voted for Joy also. This was not an easy one. This was not easy at all. This was not easy at all. But I just love Joy. I love Joy so much. And I wanted to give Worldhood some love, maybe, because I don't know. But anyway, Joy won. It was a tough one. It could have gone either way. Clearly, our votes were mixed here even. So the second half of this one was the one that's unanimous. And these were two rare tracks. Let's put it that way. Look, Here Come the Wormies versus Now It's Dark. Right. So that was a weird pairing. That was one of those ones where it's like, oh, fuck.
I don't know what I would have. I think
this was unanimous. This was unanimous. To me, this was pretty clear.
I think it was Wormies. I would have voted for Wormies. I like the weird.
Yeah. Nope. You did not. You voted for Now It's Dark.
Oh, shit.
Because Now It's Dark just shreds. It's a shred.
Oh, yeah,
song. Now it's dark.
No.
Yeah, it's so fucking good.
Hey, is that the one where they said that was made because of the Blue Velvet movie?
It was, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that the lyrics are referencing Blue Velvet.
Okay,
yep.
the Blue Velvet.
Hey, guys.
An awesome movie.
I'm out of
Matthew's got to pee.
Yeah, my bladder's out of practice.
Pee break time.
Yeah.
Oh,
and I'll just suggest, we didn't discuss this, but normally we have that sort of interstitial period where we're doing other stuff. At maybe episode 21, we'll talk about other shit, like what's been going on with us or something. I don't know.
Yeah, there we go. We can do that.
Okay.
But for now, we'll let Matthew go take a pee break.
Yeah, gotta go pee.
Yeah. All right, Matthew's got to pee.
And he doesn't have his
Actually, I can't
Bluetooth
remember if I
headphones in, so...
told you guys that I don't know, maybe since the last time we recorded, maybe I told you, maybe I didn't, but I put up a fence between our place and the neighbor's place. So I used to be able to, it used to be shitty chain link, and I could piss through it into the neighbor's yard.
Did you stick your dick in one of those?
No.
Squares?
No.
Is that what
you said? But I would piss into the neighbor's yard
right.
sometimes, because it was kind of satisfying to do that. And now I'm just
is your neighbor an asshole?
Yeah, he might be. Now I'm just going to end up pissing on my own fence, so I have to go a little further afield.
Oh my god!
So I don't want to piss on the new fence I put up. Anyway, be back in a minute.
But I kind of think if I had a chain link fence, I'd put my dick through it. I had one.
I have never put my dick through a chain link fence. Let me say that. I have pissed in the snow. I've had a pissing contest almost at the top of a volcano before.
Whoa!
But I have never pissed.
Have you pissed in a coffee cup? I have.
I pissed in a what's it called? Those like juices. Anyway, like in a juice cup in my car, because I was trapped. It was an Odwalla cup, right?
One of those. The hell is that?
Like it's just like a plastic bottle, basically.
Is it some yuppie thing? I don't even know what you're talking about.
People out there know what I'm talking about. It's just like a juice cup that you get at a 7-Eleven.
Capri Sun?
In my car, because I was trapped in traffic in San Francisco. It took me like 5 hours to get home. And I think I remember when you said that.
I think it was like not too long ago that you did that. I'm sure you're not.
That might have been during the podcast, actually. Although, no, it was before COVID, for sure.
I peed in a coffee cup when I was at a truck stop after a No Means No gig in Philadelphia. Because I wasn't going to go in the truck stop because I was a chick and I was scared of the truckers.
You should be.
In the truck stop.
Yeah.
So I peed in my coffee cup.
Very good. Very good.
Under the blankets.
Listener, where's the weirdest place that you've peed? Right into No Means Nothing podcast.com and tell us your favorite pee stories. Ladies and gentlemen, we've talked so much, I'm not going to be able to edit this out. So you're just getting this good
Golden showers don't count. Golden showers don't count.
No, they don't count unless you're Trump. All right, here's Matthew. We're back. So
Matthew, you look like Jesus with your booby shirt.
He does. He's booby Jesus. So we get to dive back into. We get to dive back into episode 12. We're only on episode 12, folks. So the first one here matchup was So Low versus Heaven is the Dust Beneath My Shoes. This was also unanimous.
Heaven.
That for sure was it.
Yep.
Now, neither of you were that enthused about Heaven. I love this song, and this is the one, because this made it through, for this episode, whenever it comes up against in the round 2, Parker will come back on to talk about this, because this is his favorite song of all of No Means No. This is his top No Means No song, for many reasons.
Jesus
round
Christ.
2. If I weren't such a lightweight, I'd have more whiskey, but I better not. I'll just drink.
Why don't you make send a text?
To what? Send a text about
to
what?
Somebody in your household to bring the...
Everyone's gone.
Are you seriously going to be going to episode 40 tonight? Because I might have to get another Guinness.
I don't know. We'll see how far we make it. This is actually ending up pretty long. We might make it halfway through and do this in 2 stretches. We'll see.
You're right, though. Heaven, it was one of those songs where I developed a greater appreciation for it. I'd never really paid all that much attention to it.
Yeah.
But Solo is annoying.
It is kind of annoying. I don't like it.
Gum.
It's one of the few. It's one of their few songs that I'm like, I don't love it. Don't love it.
Gum.
But the next pairing was also unanimous. Look at that.
Matthew, let it cascade.
He's not a fucking rookie. All right. The second half of episode 12 was Going Nowhere versus The Tower.
That's right. Tea time.
Come on, that was fucking unanimous. We all know where this is.
Oh, that was easy. Yeah. I didn't actually remember Going Nowhere when the song title came up. I couldn't bring that up. I think that's the only one I can bring up in my head.
It's because of the tower, just towered over it. And this was a great one where you brought in pictures of that tower in Victoria.
Oh yeah.
Clearly was what they were covered in antenna wheels.
Johnny on the spot.
Yeah, that was fucking awesome.
Yeah, that was cool.
So that was a good episode.
Matthew, you're a homeboy. You're a homeboy.
Yeah, no shit. So episode 13. Again, Heaven is the Dust Beneath My Shoes. The Tower, one for episode 12. Episode 13, Lucky 13, started off with Humans versus Forget Your Life. This was not super easy.
No.
No.
But it was unanimous. So what do you think we voted for on that?
Forget Your Life?
I think you voted for Humans.
Oh, you're split. You're split now, but you weren't split then because y'all voted for fucking Humans, baby.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Humans made it through Forget Your Life. Both versions, both the nasal percussion and the recorded version got fucked. And this next one of Michelle's favorites, I think.
Wait, are you saying, is this it?
But this also, I don't think so. But it also it also has a song that for sure as fuck is going to be one of my choices to come back. This was Tired of Waiting.
Oh, God.
Versus Slowly Melting.
Yep, and that's when Matthew betrayed me.
No, nobody. This was unanimous.
Yes, he did. No, it was not.
This
Matthew,
was unanimous.
No.
I went back and listened. This was unanimous.
Matthew voted for
I'm gonna write.
Tired of Waiting.
I'm gonna make my notes here.
What was
to check my record? Slowly Melting. I'm gonna check my notes
Matthew did not vote my way.
I have it recorded as unanimous. So listeners, please contradict us.
No.
I will just say that Slowly Melting sure as fuck has to make it back into round 2. So that's going to be
Matthew
one of our
betrayed
votes.
me.
I think
Matthew
I might have fucked with you. And maybe that's you remember the being fucked with part.
No, can I tell you something?
All right, listeners, go back, check episode 13.
Look,
let's see. Let's check the tape. I almost want to go check the tape right now, but I'm not going to.
Calm down. I have listened to this several times.
You have, haven't you?
I have, yeah. Because this is a pinnacle moment in my life.
Matthew fucked you over.
And 3 crows cawed, and Matthew betrayed me. And he voted for it because he got some fucking COVID shot that day, and he was all happy and shit.
Yeah. That's well, right. Listen.
I did listen, and Matthew...
Slowly Melting is a fucking epic masterpiece. And so while Tired of Waiting deserves to go through, Slowly Melting deserves to come back. So it is for sure as fuck coming back in round 2. I don't care what anybody says.
Can I say something?
You may.
And I said it the time that it happened. Just saying the name of that song, something happens to me. Okay? That's it.
It's a fucking great song. It's a fucking great song.
Oh, God, that's my number 1. Shit.
Well, it better make it all the way through, or else we might be in an Andy situation and end up with a different third co-host, because Michelle would be like, fuck you assholes, I'm out.
Okay.
I've actually had that fear. I'm like, we better not, like, we're 3 people, just like No Means No. I don't want us to ever get to the place where it's like we have to replace an Andy here. So we got to stick together.
We are
folks.
Taking the piss is what we're doing. 3 other No Means No fans could get on and do the same thing and pick all completely different songs.
Yeah, but they wouldn't be as cool
not
as we
completely
are. All right, episode 14. Okay, this first matchup was one of those ones where I'm like, man, whatever. Was I've Got a Gun versus I'm an Asshole. So both okay songs. They're great songs, but neither of them were my top. But we were split on this, actually. You 2 against me. What did you guys vote for?
I did Gun, no question.
You both got Gun. Yeah, and I voted for Asshole because I've Got a Gun. Actually, I like the music, but it was one of those ones. I think I remember talking about how I felt like Rob was kind of writing outside his shit he was familiar with. Felt a little forced, but whatever. I don't know. I don't feel strongly about either of those choices, but I can't imagine I've Got a Gun is going to come past round 2 unless it comes up against Baldwin Must Die. All right, so Baldwin would easily win for sure. So the next matchup was also a split decision. So this was a massive split episode. This was Hawk Killed the Punk versus Revenge. So this was split.
Hawk.
Who was the one who voted? Yep, you're right. You voted for Hawk.
I did. Revenge. Hawk Killed the Punk.
And we voted for Revenge.
Yeah.
That's right. So
I know myself, don't I?
You do know yourself. So Revenge made it through. Hawk is awesome though. That song fucking kicks ass.
I love it.
But Revenge,
kills on that.
I think
Tom kills.
I really fell in love with this song in this playthrough. I've always kind of liked it, but I don't think I gave it enough credence. I love Revenge. I love that song. Mm-hmm. So fucking good.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so episode 15. The startup for this one was I'm Doing Well versus Rise, and this was unanimous. Do you remember I'm Doing Well, Michelle? That's a Mr.
I
Wrong
do.
song.
That's Rob.
Yeah.
That's when me and Rob made love after he was with the guitar in the rain.
Exactly.
Yes.
And
I
Rise is off of the Would We Be Alive EP.
I probably voted for I'm Doing Well because me and Rob were making love.
You did not. This was unanimous, and we all voted for Rise.
Oh no.
Because it's fucking great. Is what
just
Rise
embarrassed
is.
myself.
Rise is fucking great. Okay. Our second half was Tuck It Away versus I Can't Stop Talking. This was not unanimous either. Or no, the first one was unanimous. This one is not unanimous. One of us dissented from the other 2. Michelle, you dissented. What did you vote for?
I would have voted. Say the 2 again.
Tuck It Away versus I Can't Stop Talking.
Can't Stop Talking.
Nope. You voted for Tuck It Away,
okay,
baby.
Tuck It Away. All right. Yep. I guess I don't know myself.
You don't. But that just shows how close some of these were, right? Like, could vote a different day and it'd be something different. So episode 15 was Rise versus I Can't Stop Talking. I'm just going to do a quick check for where we're at with time-wise. We are almost at an hour. So we're going to, how about we let's see where we're at in episode 21 and whether we want to keep this to an hour and maybe milk this return to podcasting a little bit by breaking this into 2 episodes. But anyway,
maybe so.
Episode 16 was, first matchup was a split decision. Try Not to Stutter versus Obsessed.
Oh, I remember this.
Matthew, you split the decision. What was your choice?
Stutter?
It was. Correct. And Michelle and I went with the correct choice, which was Obsessed.
No, I'm not going to say that's the correct
Try Not to Stutter was fucking good. That's a great song.
I was pissed that those two came up to each other.
No shit.
When I play that on Mama, that is a carpet.
It is fucking incredible, that song.
You cut the rug with that. That's what I mean.
It is fucking incredible.
That is, yeah.
They have little fucking honk.
Yeah. Now this next matchup was not a split decision, but there was one of the songs that I liked and neither of you could give a shit about. So I didn't vote for it either, but I could have because I really like it. So this matchup was Till I Die versus The Day Everything Became Nothing.
Oh,
so this was a no-brainer. You can't put The Day Everything
go to the next
in a corner.
Episode. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. But Till I Die is still a good song. This is the one where I said it slays, and you said, yeah, Santa's sleigh. And,
no.
that burn lives tattooed on my ass. Is what that one does. But I still love that song. All right.
The Day Everything.
So Obsessed and The Day Everything Became Nothing are happily ensconced in round 2 as they should be.
What would you vote for if you had Obsessed against The Day Everything Became Nothing?
Oh. Well, fuck it. That's probably going to come up. Listen,
that's what I'm saying. Should we do the winner of the first round against the winner of the second? Why not?
We'll talk about that later.
Because I don't know what I'd vote for with that. Actually, I do.
Round 2 is going to be way fucking harder, and then round 3 is going to be impossible, and picking a winner is going to be bullshit. So I'm
going to have tissue here. I will
cry.
Going
to cry or rage. Cry or rage.
Yep.
Why
are you in the dark, Matthew?
Because
it's
Are
scary.
you scared?
I like it. So episode 17. I don't know
when. Should I turn my light off?
That was quite a ways into the podcast.
That's fine. I'm perfectly illuminated. I can see everything I need to see.
You worried about the neighbor with your piss?
It's always darker when you're seeing it through a camera. So episode 17, the first matchup was unanimous. This whole episode is unanimous. It started off with Land of the Living versus Stop It. I'm frankly surprised I voted for the one I voted for because I don't know that I'd vote the same way today. Although I love both these songs. It was 2.
Number
Stop
2.
It 1. Stop It 1. But Land of the Living is so good. I think I might vote for that today had I a choice because that's a great song.
Is that I Don't Like You? Mm-hmm. And I don't like what you're doing.
So this whole podcast was me rediscovering that fucking album because I never gave it the goods it deserved. Stop It is amazing.
Oh my God.
But Land of the Living is fucking incredible. So this next one was also not super easy for me just because I didn't like the matchup. It was an easy choice between the two, but I didn't like this matchup. But it was unanimous. Every Day I Start to Ooze versus Jubilation. I don't know that either of you cared for Jubilation that much, but I fucking love that song.
I was an oozer.
Oh yeah.
It's an oozer.
Another one of the ones I used to annoy my girlfriend with.
Of course, that's another great one. And I didn't have a Halloween costume this year, and every year I don't. I'm like, well, I'll just get a bag, stick on my head.
So Matthew, you annoyed your girlfriend with No Means No songs?
Ex-girlfriend.
Is that what you're saying?
Notice the X.
Oh, is it? Ex-girlfriend.
There are reasons for these things.
Look at Matthew.
Every Day I started to ooze through the cracks, and Jubilation, which is folks, don't sleep on the tour EPs. I don't know, man. Those songs are really, really good, and they didn't have enough time to marinate for everybody. But
Matthew,
don't let them not marinate.
Matthew, stop it. He's Jordan. He's gone over the hump. I'm telling you.
He's getting punchy. It's good. It's going to start to get real weird in here, folks.
I know. Maybe.
So let's move on to episode 18.
It keeps getting darker.
We're moving at a clip. It is getting darker in there. What the fuck? So episode 18, he's going to turn the light back on. His tentacles are going to be growing out of his face is what's going to happen. So episode 18 there's some Cthulhuoid shit happening in that room.
Yeah, with his boobies. Matthew, stop.
Oh, wait, hold on.
What you got?
We're retuning. We're all drunk. We're retuning.
Frescas
cow. Oh, shit. It's a crab. It's the crab. No! The crab! He's bringing out the crab. I hate the crab. Okay. Let's take this back. We're not at that episode yet. That was the only time. Let's pull back behind the curtain. That was the only time I actually got mad in one of these podcasts. Was when that fucking crab came out. And I'm so glad that
the only time I actually felt genuinely bad because
It's the only time. And now I just laugh.
I genuinely pissed Jordan off.
Well, it's because I was like, we'll get there. That was the hardest episode that we did for me.
I know. The man's speaking from the heart. And Matthew,
no, it wasn't just speaking from the, like, I cannot see, I wish we had you know what? I'm going to fucking screen grab this shit real quick. Hold on.
This would have been a good episode to like videotape. Yeah. Did you just turn a light off?
No.
No.
Do you want me to turn mine off?
Matthew totally turned the light off. Are you kidding
me? I didn't. I told you, there's like a slideshow, which is illuminating
the slideshow
me.
Changes.
Right. Okay.
Now I don't remember what episode. Oh, here we are. Okay, so we're on episode 18.
All right.
This was self-pity versus the end of all things. So that's not, but we were unanimous on this one as well. Self was the winner.
Yeah. You're damn right it was.
End of All Things is a great song, but Self-Pity is it's self-fucking-pity.
Oh, my God.
And the next one, I think, was one that was very controversial in the community, and we were split on this one. So this is one of those ones that I think has one that will come back by the community, although I stand by this choice. This was A Little Too High versus Oh No Bruno.
Oh, okay. Oh. All right, let me say it right now. You two need to bow. Your heads should be bowed in shame.
I'm not going to do
it. You
ought
to be disgusted with yourself.
Nope.
Take off the shirt, Jordan.
Nope.
How do you not vote for Oh No Bruno? Even the Victoria people were just like, the fuck?
Well, especially the Victoria people, because it's about the Victoria scene.
This is the pinnacle No Means No song.
Is it?
I don't agree.
You guys.
I don't agree.
Yes.
I think it's a fun fucking song. Is it the pinnacle? Absolutely not.
It's one of them.
It's a nice breath mint on Wrong that's very needed, but is it a pinnacle? Fuck no. And A Little Too High is a kick-ass fucking tune that people do not give enough credit to.
Oh No Bruno.
Don't worry, it'll come back. It'll come back for sure.
People, please. You know what? I'm serious.
We got a lot of shit for that one. I got a lot of shit for that one.
Duly noted and true.
So, you all out there have a chance.
I think you should be embarrassed.
Bruno back in the mix, and it definitely deserves to be back in the mix. No problem. The next one was a big surprise to me. It was very difficult. I was surprised at how not difficult it was for you two. It was very difficult for me, but this was a split decision. So episode 19 started with Cats, Sex, and Nazis versus The Jungle.
Right. So I know what I voted for.
Where did you guys fall?
Jungle.
I did The Jungle.
Both The Jungle, which is a kick-ass song. Mm-hmm. I voted for Cats, Sets, and Nazis because to me it's one of their iconic fucking masterpieces. Speaking of the Oh No Bruno split, so I voted for that. But The Jungle is incredible, so I hated that matchup. Fucking sucked.
That was brutal. Mm-hmm.
The next matchup wasn't great either. It was We Are the Chopped, a great classic off of Mama, versus I Think You Know, a great classic off of 0+2. This was a split. Matthew, you split this one. What was your vote? I think Matthew's still there. I can't see him. It's just a dark pool of
what the fuck?
Barely luminescent
Matthew, turn
flesh
on some lights. You look like Jesus.
He's an anglerfish is what he is at the bottom of the fucking... And no, you know what? He is the crab at the bottom of the sea. Let him be.
Right. Anglerfish, a male anglerfish, attaches itself to the female anglerfish and becomes a set of genitals only. Do you know that about anglerfish?
I stand by my statement.
We should
what
stop
were you?
soon.
What did you vote for? We Are the Chopped, or I Think You Know?
I Think You Know.
Yeah.
You don't know because you voted for We Are the Chopped.
Wow.
Yeah. Fucking.
And me and Michelle voted for I Think You Know.
I Think You Know. Yes, I did. I know.
So I Think You Know made it through, which I think is good, but We Are the Chopped did deserve a vote, and I'm happy. It may have been one of those ones where Michelle and I voted first, and you gave a vote to We Are the Chopped just to kind of give it its props. I don't quite remember. But
I don't know. Either that or he's doing some betrayal again.
So this next one, so there's a bunch of split decisions. Well, I guess not. There's some unanimity coming up, but this one was a split decision. It was a good one, I think. Who Fucked Who? This is for episode 20. Who Fucked Who? Versus Two Lips, Two Lungs, and One Tongue.
Man, I don't even know what I voted for this.
Yeah, this was tough. This was fucking tough. Because Who Fucked Who is one of those songs that I don't know that a lot of people have at the top of their roster, but that song fucking fucks that song. It is so good.
I think I do know what I voted for.
What did you vote for, Michelle?
I voted for the one. I voted for not Who Fucked Who, and I've regretted it ever since.
Two Lips?
I voted for Two
Matthew,
Lips.
what did you vote for?
Who fucked who?
I think you did.
That's correct. You both correct. Matthew voted for Who Fucked Who, and Michelle voted for Two Lips, and I voted for Who Fucked Who. So Who Fucked Who made it through. Mm-hmm. But this is another one of those hard ones because Two Lips is an iconic fucking masterpiece.
Yeah, one of those ones that made people mad.
It made me mad. It made me, and this next one made me mad too because it was a clear choice, but it really made me mad. This one made Parker mad when I told him about it. The matchup in the second half was Machine versus Stock Taking.
Oh!
Now, I mean, come on. Stock Taking is our mascot song, so it couldn't lose. But Machine got robbed by putting up against it, and robbed is that's a good pun. But Machine is a great fucking song. I think it's going to be one of my votes for round 2. We'll have to see.
Stock Taking
is so good.
Can I say that
my internet handle for like the better part of 2 decades?
Yeah, that's right. What were you going to say, Michelle?
Well, I don't know if I should say it, but take it out if I can't say it. But I'm telling you something, and I'm not joking. I think that one might go get the crown.
No, I don't think so. I can't imagine. It's really good. No, it's not. No, I can't imagine.
Oh, no.
I can't imagine. It's a good song. It might get close.
I'm telling you. I think between that one and can I say the other one that I think's going to the top, or are you going to take it out?
Take what out?
Take out my predictions.
No, you could predict. Doesn't mean it's right. Go ahead.
I think it's going to be Stock Taking and The Day Everything Became Nothing. It's between those two.
Fuck no. If the river's not up there at the end, then both of you, this podcast doesn't exist anymore, and you're both doing your own podcast. So anyway, episode 21. Wow, wait, I just want to stop for a second. That's really interesting. I'm really looking forward to and terrified towards the end of our podcast if you find Stock, and I think this is great, but Stock Taking and Day Everything as our finals, I can't even imagine neither of those.
Probably a good thing we are in remote geographical locations.
Yeah, I'm talking like
good thing. No
kidney
way.
donation.
God,
good.
No way can I imagine that. Boy, I'm going to just...
Yep.
Ooh, boy. Hey, everyone, I got to tell you, stay fucking tuned because I can already tell the further seasons of this podcast are going to get salty as fuck. This is going to be great.
Are we going to remain friends?
Yes, we will, but it's going to be salty as fuck. Anyway, episode 21 was Bitches Brew versus Mr. In Between. And this was a unanimous decision and a trick and a weird pairing, but I think we voted right. What do we vote for on this one?
Matthew?
Oh, Bitches Brew.
100%.
Nope.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did.
Oh, all right.
Mr. In Between to me is just one of those, I don't know, man. I mean, it's fine, but it's a fine song. Bitches Brew is like, what the fuck are you guys doing?
It's a cover, though, Jordan. You don't like the cover?
Well, I would say it's a reimagining.
Like the Sistine Chapel versus a pleasant atrium ceiling.
Exactly. Bitches Brew by a long mile. That was unanimous. But the next one was not unanimous and was kind of tough. Although to me it's not tough, but I do like both of these songs. This was Long Days versus Sex Mad.
Yeah.
Michelle, you split the bill
hard,
here.
difficult.
Yeah. Michelle, you split the bill. What'd you vote for?
Sexual Madness.
You did vote for Sexual
Long
Madness.
Days.
Yes, I did.
There were some great innuendos here, but Matthew and I were feeling a little long in the tooth and voted for Long Days. And I would still vote for that. I love Long Days. I fucking love
this
that
is
song.
hilarious. I don't remember any of this, so this is maybe a good episode.
No,
because I don't remember what I voted for.
A lot of the
I'm glad you didn't send me the paper.
A lot of the listeners don't remember this either. But by the way, listeners, if you just as an interstitial like we normally do here, after I drop this episode, some of the other things I'm going to drop are the link that we have up that lists all these out so that you'll be able to see all these choices. Because it's hard to keep track sometimes, right? You're not going to go episode by episode and fucking remember. So there is a link. So on our Twitter account, if it still exists, Elon Musk seems to be burning it to the fucking ground. It's fun to watch. Instagram will have it and our Facebook group. So if you're on any of those places, you'll be able to see the link that leads to all of the choices for round 1, including the really stupid fucking ones that these people made and all the good ones that I made. And also, you're going to be able to see the link for your chance to vote in some of the losers back into rotation.
Life and hell.
Yeah. I think that's worthy for fuck's sakes. For sure it is.
Yeah. For fuck's sakes.
So is one that's coming up. Yeah, let's at least go through episode 23 because that's where one of the big dogs lives.
Is that where you threw something across the room?
It sure is. So episode 22 was not. This was a split decision. This wound will never heal versus State of Grace. Excuse me, Michelle. You split this one. What was your vote for?
I don't remember, but I'm just saying the song names. I'd probably say State of Grace is what I would have voted for.
You did. You sure did.
Yeah.
And Matthew and I went for This Wound Will Never Heal.
Okay.
This Wound Will Never Heal. I stand by that choice. I love State of Grace, but I really love This Wound Will Never Heal. I think that song's both versions, the Andy version and the Rob version, fucking great. This next one was not a split decision, and I absolutely think we made the right choice. This was Our Town versus Dead Bob.
Yeah.
You know what it is.
Yeah, you do.
There's a stinky corpse named Bob lying on the dirt, and that fucker's going right through. Now, that said, I do really like Our Town. I think it's great, but it's one of Rob's. It's one of the ones where he does a real epic that I love, but I don't go back and listen to it on purpose a lot. But Dead Bob, I think I gained more of an appreciation for even listening to it this time around. So
Angular
Madness. All right, this next. So at the end of that episode. At the end of episode 22, which is the one actually that we had your buddy Rolf. Am I just going to fuck up his name?
Rolf.
Yeah,
no, you
Rolf.
got it. Yeah, you had it.
We had your buddy Rolf on, and he was a guest on that one. And at the end, we drew the names of the one from the next round, and that's where I screamed into the mic for 2 minutes straight because I was so mad. I was so mad about the upcoming episode. And Matthew was busy finding his little fucking crab to bring out for the next one. And that was episode 23. Now, the first pair up of episode 23 was not controversial. Well, it was a split decision, but I don't know that we felt super strongly about it. This story must be... Actually, I do think this is very clear to me. I'm surprised about this one. This story must be told versus Pigs and Dogs. And we split on this. Michelle,
I don't remember.
You split the uprights on this. What was your vote?
Probably The Story Must Be Told. I don't know.
It was not. You voted for Pigs and
Matthew,
Dogs.
what the fuck? Oh, God.
Oh, it's a sea anemone. Nice.
It's what is Matthew? Matthew's got his props.
He's got his props. He's a prop man, prop comic. So This Story Must Be Told did win because Matthew and I correctly voted for The Story Must Be Told.
I'm a jerk.
No, you're not. Pigs and Dogs got a vote for Michelle, although clearly not a vote that was too strong because she didn't remember. But Pigs and Dogs is a good song.
I do love pigs and I do love dogs.
I do, and it's a great rhythm and blues. Another shot of their rhythm and blues. It's this next one, listeners. That was my not because of Matthew and the crab shit. It was my least favorite episode because I could not successfully talk about either of these songs. They mean too much to me. For them both to come up against each other was utter bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
And it was Mary versus 0 + 2 = 1.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Fuck
that was painful.
And 0 + 2 = 1 is for fuck sure coming through. So let me just tell you, listeners, right now, go ahead and save your vote when you vote on that survey because you don't have to vote for that one. That shit's for sure coming back. So save your vote.
That was my bullshittiest bullshit.
That was the bullshit. Now, we were unanimous. It was unanimous. We all put Mary through. But I don't feel good about it because 0 + 2 = 1 absolutely deserves to be. Now, I would put either of these songs above the two that you put as the end. I would put both of these farther down the list. So we'll have to see. It'd be very interesting. It'd have to be very interesting. But I put both Mary and 0 + 2 past Day Everything and Stock Taking.
No shit.
100%.
Oh
no hesitation
we need to bet money. We need to bet actual money or that drink you like.
I think when we get to the end, we'll have to see.
I think it's going to be money or that drink you like. What is it?
So this was and I agonized about this for days afterwards because I felt like I could not fucking successfully talk about these songs. I did later, I think. I was able to talk about my favorite song in a way that made me feel really good about it. I was like, good, I did it justice. But neither of these two songs did I do that for. So I'm looking forward to in round 2 getting another crack at them. I did really appreciate on the lyric front what you brought to both of these songs, Matthew. I think you fucking nailed it and knocked it out of the park. And I now cannot listen to 0 + 2 = 1 without bringing in a good dose of Greek mythology now, which I never had before, and it's fucking cracks open a lot of that shit. So that was awesome. So
how hard is it to talk about something you're so passionate about?
It's really
you're
fucking
never going to
hard,
be happy,
especially
with what
when
you
you're
say.
trying to, especially when
you're
you're trying
not
to
going
do
to be happy
when you're trying to do two of them at once. So listen,
Right,
everybody,
exactly.
I think this next I'll throw this out to my peers here, but this next episode it's almost the halfway mark. So maybe we talk about this one and then fuck off and record another one in a week so that people have another episode to listen to. What do you think?
It's up to you.
Yeah, let's
you
do that.
all the
let's do
editing
that.
and stuff.
Well, these won't take much editing.
This will satiate Chuck.
And I figure this way we have another excuse to meet like next week or next weekend or something.
And then
like
we can get another photo from Teddy.
There you go.
We can get another Teddy photo.
Episode 24. This was one of my favorite pairings just because of the name parody, and this was one of those ones where the terrible machine just had a good sense of humor. It was Victoria versus Victory. So I mean, for fuck's sake, so good. And we were unanimous on this, as we should be. I mean, come on. Victory is one of those songs that's the top of so many people's. It's not at the top of my list, but I love it.
People have told stories about that song helping them come out of addiction and homelessness and shit like that. It's like, no. Like, it's powerful shit.
It. Victoria,
not just like a little sort of
powerful.
For against my hometown. Like, who cares? Like,
exactly.
God.
Well, and in my opinion, the second matchup was very similar, but this was a split decision. So, which still surprises me. So this next split decision was Canada is Pissed versus The World Wasn't Built in a Day.
Oh, no.
Michelle, you split this one. What'd you vote for?
I bet I did. I did Canada's Pissed.
You sure did. I still can't believe that shit.
Fuck you.
That shit. But thankfully, Matthew and I were there to save the day, and we voted for The World Wasn't Built in a Day.
Whatever.
But if you want to use one of your votes for Canada's Pissed, you can always bring that back. Bring that back in the mix.
No, I'm life and hell in it.
Yeah, well, you get more than one vote, I think. But all right, so World Wasn't Built in a Day went through, as did Victory, as it should. And I guess that's the end of this, folks. Like, we're going to go through episodes 25 through 42. There's still 41. There's still quite a few left. But I think that'd be a good round 2 of the podcast. That means you have another one probably really soon to look forward to. I do not have a little tagline on this one because I'm not really counting this in the canon of that. But just to remind people of what's going on for season 2, it's going to be a lot different. Well, not a lot different, but we're still trying to figure it out. One of the things that we are trying to do, so I'm putting this call out to all of you, if anybody are interested. Not saying we'll say yes to everybody, but we're going to try to bring in guest hosts to every episode. So it's not just the three of us.
Yeah, and not
it's
tell
gonna be
them
hard,
what the
but
meetups are.
We'll try.
Yeah. What'd you say, Strangey?
And not tell them what the matchups are.
Oh, I don't know about that. We haven't decided that.
Oh,
but that's an option.
Okay, all right. Do you want to hear the best option though that I just thought of?
What's that?
I think we should have the band play them live for all of us, and then we vote.
Totally doable. We can
what do you
totally
think about
do that.
Yeah.
Yep. And if we can't do that, we won't have round 2. So if they really do like the podcast, they better fucking get off their asses. And no. So if we have a number of people lined up that are interested in this.
Yeah.
If you're someone who feels like you really have something to say and you've been like one of our listeners and written into us before and been following us around. Yes, Chuck, don't worry. You're already the first one. So you don't have to speak up. I've already promised you, and I look forward to having you as our first guest on our first episode of round 2, whatever that may be. But if you're someone who's really interested in maybe joining us and you think you'd have enough to say, or, just want to shoot the shit a bit about some of these songs,
give us an email.
Let us know. Give us an email.
nomeansnothingpodcast@gmail.com.
That's right. I'm not even going to give you the fucking phone number because
Sean in here.
Nobody fucking calls.
Sean, I insist on Sean.
Hell yeah. I'm hoping he'll do it.
Yeah.
We've got a number of other great folks who've agreed to come in.
And we got some great non-episode guests.
That's right.
On
some bands, some secret bands.
Yeah.
And I think I'll just go ahead and let this cat out of the bag. It's not a big deal, but I think it'll be fun. Before season 2, I think one of the things we'll be doing in the interim, we are going to do 2 episodes where we find the best song on The Sky is Falling and I Want My Mommy. The Sky is Falling and I Want My Mommy.
Oh.
Yeah. We are going to cover it. We're not going to let it languish, but it deserves to be done outside of the canon. So we're going to do 2 episodes. I
already know my vote.
There's always time for JELLO.
That's right. That's right. So we're going to
bust. Maybe we could have him on the episode.
Oh, Jesus. So we're going to bust that out at some point as well. Maybe between the seasons, maybe it's like a filler at some point.
Oh, my God. I would love that.
So all that you have to look forward to. We've really missed you. I've missed these two fuckers, really.
Yeah.
This has been fun as shit to do this recording. But I figure we might as well dial it back down to a good hour episode instead of the 3-hour fucking episode we ended with, for fuck's sake. Who the fuck do we think we are?
It's the turd that wouldn't flush, and we flushed it.
So I don't know. I don't even know if this is going to have been any fun to listen to, but hopefully you did. And listen, keep an eye out for that link. It will be available on the socials for you to vote, so that we can know who you'd like to be. And it won't be up for that long. I'm not going to keep it up forever because we've got to get this shit started for round 2. So we need to know what's back in the mix. So this will probably be like, you're probably going to have like a week, 2 weeks to get your votes in.
Quit your job if you have to.
Quit your job if you have to. Do it from your job, even better. Use your work computer to log on to that shit. 1 round of votes per person, folks. That's it. I've locked it down. I'm sure one of you is going to figure out some bullshit way to spam it. I will figure you out. Don't do it. Don't fucking go in there and be like, beat on the brat for fucking 1,000 votes. It's out.
Yep,
fuck
that's
you.
It's already happening.
This is not a democracy. Fuck you, as Rob has famously said.
Nice.
All right, folks, but seriously, we missed you. We're really glad to be back. We are going to try to get on a more routine here, but I'm not promising this is the start of a regular cadence again. It's not, because round 2 is going to be a lot of work because we're going to be scheduling people up to record with us.
Yep. Right.
But we'll try to not have a 2-month hiatus. We won't be. We'll go do the second half of this one pretty soon.
We did,
but we won't be. Yeah, we won't be waiting 2 months before we get round 2 going. I hope not anyway. But anyway.
Because people have been tired of waiting.
They have been tired of waiting.
That's right.
I'm tired of waiting because I need to go to the bathroom again. So let's shut up now.
So he's going pee. So anyway, thank you all. And as I always say, fuck off.